Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be reviewing asexual and sexual reproduction in order to successfully complete our Venn diagram. All right, so let's do a little recap. On this page, we have two different diagrams. The first one shows a parent hydra undergoing asexual reproduction, and you can observe their offspring. And in the second diagram, we have cats who undergo sexual reproduction, and you can also observe their offsprings. Now, as you might recall, Dr. Bravo went ahead and she noted some observations in her science journal here to my right. So under Hydra, she noted there was one parent and the offspring were identical to the parent. Under cats, she noticed there was two parents and the offspring were different from the parents. She also noted that among the offspring, some traits were similar and others varied. So now we're going to do a quick little review of asexual and sexual through one of my favorite sites, which is Learn Genetics Utah. So I'm going to click on an organism and I'm going to read the description, and we're going to determine if they are describing the process of asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. So we're going to start off with the seahorse. So listen to my reading carefully, and as I read, think about whether they are describing asexual or sexual, and what are some clues that make you think that. So the seahorse is unique among fish. It mates for life with the same partner. And it's the dad who gets pregnant. A female deposits her eggs in the male's pouch. The male then carries the eggs for 2 through 4 weeks until they hatch. Muscle contractions help the male give birth to about 100 baby seahorses. So, based on this description, is it an example of sexual reproduction, both, or asexual? Hit pause and come to a consensus. So, the moment of truth. If you guessed sexual, you're absolutely correct. One of the main hints that it was sexual reproduction was that there was 2 parents involved, meaning 2 sex cells were joining. Now let's explore another life form. Let's see. A giant amoeba. Okay, so single-celled amoebas live in ponds and wet soil. To reproduce, they copy their DNA. Then the cell constricts in the middle and pinches apart. The 2 amoeba are exact copies of each other. When conditions are right, amoebas divide every 48 hours. So go ahead. You feel free to reread if you need to and come to a final verdict. Do they reproduce through asexual, sexual, or both? If you guys selected asexual reproduction, you are absolutely correct, all right? So amoebas, right, they reproduce with just one parent. And the offspring have a copy of their DNA, which points to the fact that they are genetically identical. All right, guys, you're getting so good at this. Let's go ahead and pick another organism to explore. All right. Oh, sea turtles, I love them. So, the flatback sea turtle. The flatback sea turtle lives off the coast of Australia. After mating at sea, the female returns to the same beach where she was born decades earlier. She lays her eggs at night and buries them in the sand, hiding them from predators. 2 months later, more than 50 baby sea turtles emerge from the nest and head for the ocean. So guys, Do you think, based on our reading, that the sea turtle undergoes sexual reproduction, asexual, or can actually carry out both? Go ahead, pause the video, and come to a decision. If you guys selected sexual reproduction, you are absolutely correct. One of the main indicators that the turtles undergo sexual reproduction is mating, the word mating, which indicates that there's two parents involved. And whenever we have two parents involved, we undergo sexual reproduction. Now we're going to move on to our final example. So let's go ahead and explore another organism. Let's see. Ooh, Salmonella. So Salmonella is a bacterium that causes food poisoning. In the small intestine, a single Salmonella cell divides in two, rapidly producing many copies of itself. The microscopic bacteria invade our cells and our immune system responds. We experience fever, nausea, and diarrhea. Now, do you think Salmonella reproduces through sexual reproduction, asexual, or both? If you guys selected asexual reproduction, you are absolutely correct. All right. One of the clues, or one of the many clues, is that it is just one single cell and it makes copies of themselves. So pretty much they're making clones and the genetic information is identical. So again, one parent and genetic information that's identical. Big hint that it is asexual reproduction. So we explored how different organisms reproduce through either asexual or sexual reproduction. We also looked over some clues that could cue you as to whether asexual reproduction has taken place or sexual. So let's go ahead and recap this through a little wrap-up activity. Okay, guys, so this is our wrap-up chart, and I want you to select one option for each characteristic. So the first column is characteristic, the second is what you're going to circle for asexual, and the third where you will circle for sexual. So how many parents are needed? What's the time frame for this form of reproduction? Offspring, are they genetically identical or different? And do sex cells meet? Hit pause, make your selections, and then press play when you're ready to review the answer key. So, parents needed for asexual: 1. Time, short. Offspring, identical, pretty much clones. Sex cells meet? No. Now for sexual reproduction, parents needed: 2. Time, longer comparatively. Offspring, different. Sex cells meet? Yes. We have reviewed both methods of reproduction at this point, and I am confident that you are going to ace the completion of your independent work through the help of this review session. Good luck, guys, and go ahead and impress your teachers. Bye-bye.